Jeremy Schaefer lives in Pine Township with his wife and 5 children. He has a master's and PhD from Carnegie Mellon University.
I really think that Western Pennsylvania, the values that we have, can really lead the way to help heal a lot of the divisions that we have in our country.
Schaefer says China is our #1 enemy, and its leaders have taken advantage of U.S. presidents from both parties.
We need to stand up to China. We need trade policies that work for this country and for our region. And we need an effective diplomatic solution, and we need to use trade as a means to be able to get them to come to the table and act fairly.
On abortion, Schaefer says the Supreme Court decision reversing Roe v. Wade takes the issue out of the federal government.
I have always been pro-life, with exceptions for life of the mother, rape and incest. But it's really going to be up to the citizens of Pennsylvania to make that decision. It's not up to the federal government.
Schaefer says Americans should keep their Second Amendment rights. He did not say he supports a ban on high-capacity magazines or guns like AK-47s that are most often used in mass killings.
Republicans, Democrats, Independents agree that if you're a violent criminal, if you're someone who's mentally unstable, you should not have a weapon. We absolutely need to make sure through our background check laws that those people are not able to maintain weapons. And if there are any loopholes that are in existence, those should be closed.
On Donald Trump.
You know, look, Donald Trump did a lot of good policies. He stood up to China. He helped secure our border. He did things that presidents, Republican and Democrat, have not done. But I handle myself in my own way, and I have my own position on things. You won't see me probably on a Fox News or an MSNBC newscast. You know, I'm a workhorse, not a show horse. I try to get things done. I'm an engineer and a bipartisan problem solver.
Schaefer believes America is divided.
I know that if we come together, if we do what we've done in places like Ross, in places all across Western Pennsylvania, to work together as Republicans, as Democrats, as Independents to make this country better, we can move forward as a country.